It's finished Morocco 1, DR Congo 1, but only one place to start with that game. Ugly scenes at full time started with the Morocco manager Walid Regragui having a go at Mbemba while he was performing his religious prayer or whatever after the full time whistle. And then it's kicked off between Regragui and Mbemba, and then all the staff have got involved. It's carried on off the pitch into the tunnel after the full time whistle. Listen, if CAF dished out that 8-game ban to Ait-Nouri, surely got to be some sort of punishment there for the Morocco manager. You can't do that. It's sore loser behaviour. You've got a point. I've not seen any other side, even when they've been thrashed or beaten, start hitting people, insulting people. You can't do that. I'm sorry, it's unacceptable. He should be happy, the manager. He played in tough conditions and his team got a point when they should have lost. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a job well done for Morocco. You can't go and scrap people. It just doesn't look good. It's been such a beautiful tournament. It's been one of the best AFCONs in a long time, if not the best AFCON in recent memory. We don't want Europe and the world to be laughing at us. Right, why have you got to spoil it? Just shocking, really. But yeah, let's get to the football. And Morocco, the first 20 minutes, they dominated, they blitzed DRC. They could have been 2-0 up, and it's poor from Congo. Ziyech, we know his delivery is beautiful. His delivery is fantastic. And we saw in the first game, his free kick led to the first goal against Tanzania. But look at the delivery from Ziyech. It's world-class, the delivery. Some elements of his game. I don't think he's a world-class player, but there's elements of his game, Ziyech, that are world-class. And his set-piece delivery is second to none. And Hakimi, right place, right time. Poor defensively from Congo. They should have played some taller defenders in that game. The marking was awful. Hakimi hasn't headed the ball in. He's got time and space to shoot with his feet. And he is a world-class player. Hakimi is by far the best right-back in Africa. You can't leave him unmarked. And like I said, he's not headed it. He shot it. He's picked his spot with his feet. It's a fantastic finish from Hakimi. Assist in the first game. Goal in the second game. I really, really like this player. I know a lot of stuff happened with him last year off the pitch. But, you know, there's always people making stupid allegations. He's a good guy. I think he's a good Muslim as well. I like Hakimi. So 1 goal, 1 assist. I do like him. And I said before, he is Morocco's most important player. And I still think he is. He's so important in that team, defensively and going forward. So they've got to keep him fit going forward. But, yeah. And then after half an hour, and I think this isn't too much of a surprise, it's hurt the North African teams a lot. That 2 PM kickoff in the heat, it's a very, very hard game. Particularly for the North African nations. They like hot Mediterranean temperatures, but not that hot as it is in sub-Saharan Africa. And I think Morocco blitzed Congo so early on that they ran out of energy. You see a lot of players come off later on, like Ziyech. You don't bring Ziyech and then the Syria off if it's like normal conditions. It's just too hot. They can't give anything more, and that's costing a lot of teams, not just Morocco. But the big incident, well, first half, the penalty. Inongo blood was drawn. A lot of blood was drawn. He had to come off at half-time. He looked so concussed. How it took until half-time for him to come off, I don't know. Loads of layers of bandaging. So why have they given Congo a penalty? Well, I'm annoyed because if we're saying Amala's handballed it and the arm's in the unnatural position, then how on earth did Algeria not get a penalty in the first 2 games? Like, if you're going to give the Amala one, I think it's a harsh pen. I think that's not much of a handball. It's because his arm's in that unnatural position. But it's far more of a handball in the Algeria-Burkina Faso game when Belali hits it on someone's hand than this one. So I can't imagine that Amala's been penalised for the handball, or we would have had a penalty yesterday. So it has to have been for the elbow, which probably led to the Inonga head bandage injury. So if he's given it for the elbow, I can understand it. Even if that elbow is accidental, it has to be a pen. Like the way Ait-Nouri kicked someone. He didn't kick him on purpose. He tried to kick the ball. He kicked the man. It was a pen. Same with Ben Tyler. But it's very harsh if Amala's been given a handball. But if he's given the elbow, I understand it. But listen, I know Bakambu missed the target. He hit the post. And Congo didn't have a shot on target in the first half, even though they had a pen. But you see Bono at the World Cup. Like, you see him in goal. Let's think about the Spain game, the penalty shootout. Like, you feel scared hitting it. Didn't he save 2 or 3 of them? You feel like he's going to save it. His presence, he just makes the goal feel so small. I don't feel that when Mandrea's in goal, you know. Like, we've faced 2 pens in this competition already. I never felt Mandrea was going to save it. Maybe Rice and Ball here a little bit, I felt that. But you don't feel that. With Bono, you feel like half the pen is he's going to save it. You feel like it's much harder. The goal feels small. He makes himself really big. So even though Bakambu hit the post, Bono went the right way. So if Bakambu hit it in the corner, and in that right side corner from Bono's side, then he would have saved it. So I think he is by far the best goalkeeper at the competition. In the previews before the Cup, I said he'd get the Golden Glove, the most clean sheets. But yeah, he's a good keeper, and I think going forward you're going to see the best of Bournemouth when Morocco play better sides. Second half, couldn't believe Banza didn't come on. Even after Bakambu's pen miss, he came off shortly after the second half started. We see Silas come on, we see Meshak come on, and they actually combined for the Congo goal. And you have to say Congo deserved it. They deserved to get something against Zambia, a win, in fact, against Zambia in the first game. They didn't deserve to lose this game. Really linking up really well, and Congo should have won, missed a pen, drew 1-1. But Morocco will be happy to come out of that heat with the draw, still with the destiny of coming first in their own hands, when they could well face Namibia and then Cape Verde or Equatorial Guinea to get to the semi-final. So all in all, I think both managers will be happy. Congo with 2 points are in the exact same boat as Algeria. Played well, but individual errors have let them down. With Mpassi in the first game running out like a headless chicken when Zambia scored the open net. And then today I think Bakambu let the team down. When are we going to see Banza come in? When are we going to see the top scorer in Portugal come in and start for DRC? This could be the game changer. You're going to need goals against Tanzania in the last game. You're going to need to batter them. Morocco got the job done. They battered them 3-0. Congo have to batter them. They haven't won. A lot of teams are in this boat. We're going to look at it in a little while, what needs to be done on the last day. But Congo have their destiny in their own hands. They can beat Tanzania and go through with 5 points, no matter what position that would be. And they look like they're going to play Egypt in the last 16. But like I said, we'll get on to that in a bit. As for Morocco, they just need to beat Zambia. They're not going to have a 2 o'clock kickoff. I think it's an evening kickoff, so Morocco should beat Zambia. I think it'll be a good game, but Morocco have more quality to Zambia. But in terms of Morocco's credentials as winning the whole thing, they're not on the same level as Senegal. I think Morocco will get to the semis, like in Qatar, but you can't say that they're better than Senegal. Senegal blitzed Cameroon and Gambia, right, in first gear, and 6 points. There's only 2 teams on 6 points, isn't it? And ironically, the other one's Cape Verde. But Senegal look like they're going to make it 3 finals on the spin, and maybe against Morocco in the final. That'd be a really good game. But certainly I felt today that Morocco shown that they are not invincible. They can be beaten. But it was a great game. And can I shout out Nayef Aguerd? I thought Nayef Aguerd is one of the reasons Morocco didn't lose this game. He was fantastic. He was a Rolls Royce at the back. I don't know why, but I'm not surprised. It happens a lot with these African teams. Aguerd with Morocco is far better than Aguerd with West Ham. I watch Nayef on a weekly basis with West Ham. He's keeping up with forwards and attackers and midfielders that are much faster, much quicker than him in that 30-40 degree heat. And he's making world-class tackles. So Aguerd, for me, was brilliant. I'd say he's man of the match because he's a key reason why it stayed at 1-1. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.